Hey everyone, welcome back to the Justfly channel. My name is Jay and I'm the host of this channel, and today we have quite a lot of packed stuff, so I'm not going to waste any time. But before I do get into this, I would like to say the PMGD development update will be coming out in the next couple of days, so there'll be a video on the development update of what's happened throughout the past two developments, but I will explain that in the next video. Anyway, let's get in straight with this, but before we do, try and hit me 2,000 subscribers before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 comes out, because I know we could do it and I have some fire content. Let's get straight in with the rest of this video.
DWK on the track.
Microsoft's new aircraft and aviation update is now here. AAU3 comes with updates, fixes and enhancements for the Airbus A310, A320neo version 2 and the PC6, which has been developed by iniBuilds for the Airbus fleet and Hans Hartzman respectfully for the PC6. AAU3 brings changes to these default aircrafts to make it more realistic and authentic and give you a more immersive flight experience. Starting off with the A310, you'll see upgrades to the FMS predictions, magnetic bearings, which is useful when you're tracking VOR radinals, and more fixes to the tail numbers. Coming over to the A320neo version 2 by iniBuilds, they have also included some new features that people have come to expect from the Airbus A300. This includes rewritten LNAV code that should allow the aircraft to be more accurate and effective at handling turns. The aircraft now also includes terrain radar, so you can now say goodbye to that no operational sticker that was previously accompanied to that button to enable this feature. The aircraft rotation and takeoff power logic have also been changed following pilots' feedback, and you should now be able to get airborne with a little bit less input on the stick when flex takeoffs should now require a little bit more power. Last but not least, the captain and FO displays will now work independently of each other. And as for the PC-6, Microsoft has not yet shared any sort of information or details on the changes of the plane, and the official release notes doesn't share anything either. This update is available free of charge for you to download. There was a bug at the beginning of when this update came through, and you might have seen something from other content creators stating about that when you installed it, some of the nav data was going on between if you had the Navigraph nav data and you was installing AAU3, but it's all now fixed, so everyone can now enjoy it. After a period of silence, developer Justfly has issued a new development update on their up-and-coming F70-100 Professional for Microsoft Flight Simulator. While the update contains no information on a possible release window, the developers shared a lot of previews of the exterior model and textures of the aircraft. Justfly states that the exterior has received a much needed upgrade, especially with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 coming up. The textures have also been redrawn in 8K resolution with higher fidelity and showing more detail than before. The textures now feature rivets and screw heads with various levels of paint and weathering. The fuselage textures now appear to have a rippled effect, a sign of a used aircraft that has now gone through many pressure cycles. The texture artist has also updated the decals, and they have also added some new options for bare metal, cargo door latches, and window frames. Now, if we're talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, they did not give any further comment on the compatibility with it. Although Justfly did make a brief mention on their development update, until Justfly confirms their plans for Microsoft Flight Simulator, this brief is still open and we're waiting for a response. FlightSim Studio has updated their Ember E-Jet family for Microsoft Flight Simulator to version 0.9.32. This new update includes a list of bug fixes, improvements, and features, with some of the highlights being updates to the 3D model and custom auto brake system logic, APU logic, and also single engine taxi logic. Updates to the 3D model include the GPU panel opening when the cable is connected, towing down the wear and tear in the cockpit, animated side sunshades, and fan blade animations when the engines are off depending on the wind speed directions. The custom new auto brake logic includes a 2-second delay after touchdown with the correct brake force. And the APU logic now simulates APU ETG based on the outside air temperature and altitude. Lastly, when interpreting a single engine taxi, the hydraulical system 2 pumps stay on for 6 minutes before shutting down automatically. Now, FlightSim Studio also mentioned progress on their custom FMS, which is now moving slower than they would have actually expected, and they were worth waiting for. The custom new FMS is already inside the simulator, but not all pages are simulated. The ones that have been included is like pop-up functions, making it way more easier to drag to another screen. Moving on, they also said that they'll be including their own actuator system in the near future, which will make ground operations much more realistic. And also, they have a few more things aiming towards the door and closings and procedures and bits and bobs. This hopefully will have a deeper integration with GSX, hopefully. And lastly, FSN's mentioned their plans for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, explained that they don't have early access SDK for the new sim, so they cannot ensure compatibility ahead of time, and they know that it might be a bit sad, but there is a load of adjustments both in the coding and the 3D model to make full take advantage of the new sim's compatibilities. FlightSim Studio's changelog for the F70-100 will be left in the link in the description. If you don't know what to do already, for existing FlightSim Studio, Ember, Egypt family owners can download the update directly from Airsoft 1 or from the CodeTrails app. And if you do not have it already, then you'll need to purchase it directly from the links in my description. I'll leave the CodeTrails one instead of the Airsoft one today, why not? But you can download it from both. BRsimDesigns has announced the release of the Grumman AA5B Tiger for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Tiger joins the developer's existing lineup. The AA5B Tiger is a popular 4-seat single-engine aircraft introduced in the late 1974 and produced by Grumman America until 1979. The aircraft has a Grumman O360 A4K 180 horsepower engine, which gives an impression of a 139 knot, which is 257 kilometers per hour cruise speed. Known for its gentle and flight characteristics and ease of maintenance, the AA5B Tiger continues to be a popular for pilots today. BRsimDesigns renderization of the AA5B Tiger features 8 liveries, custom sounds, and custom flight dynamics panel integrated with the working title GNS 530, or if you don't want that, the PMS GTN 750 is provided and controlled via a tablet-based customization interface that also allows state saving. The developer states the compatibility with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will be included in a future update. The CowanSim R66 will soon be getting a new sound package thanks to Immersive Audio, as they're soon to release its R66 Sound Immersion NG. The new sound package marks the first time Experience Audio has entered the realm of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we have now seen some new trailers mentioning this as well. Throughout the video, we see takeoff, low flyby, approaching and shutdown procedures, all from various different camera angles, as you can watch the video link in the description, and probably it's shown on screen right now with a little bit of audio. According to the developer, the team has recreated a detailed new sound pack for the civilian helicopter using audios from the real thing. Now, before we finish this sector off, the sounds were captured in 96 kilohertz with a 24-bit recorder, making sure that the sounds are immersive as possible. Again, another audio developer, Echo19, has recently revealed their new audio package for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the FA18, which is coming soon. This comprehensive audio upgrade package promises to completely transform your experience, bringing the thrilling sounds of this iconic fighter to life with unpropelling fidelity. According to the product's details on the Orbx website, the Echo19 Super Hornet audio pack features a complete suite of amazing crafted audio recordings captured directly from the real aircraft. Now, these include a new engine sound, afterburner effects, and startup and shutdown sequences. The developer also paid close attention particularly on the cockpit environment, ensuring that the appropriate aural feedback accompanies each button press, lever throw, and instrument activation. The Echo19 Super Hornet audio pack also boasts a wide range of immersive flyby effects, allowing you to experience the earth-shaking roar of the Hornet passing overhead. Whether you're a die-hard Hornet fan or a casual simmer looking just for extra realism to your virtual flights, the Echo19 Super Hornet audio pack is a must-have addition to your Microsoft Flight Simulator setup. Whilst not available to be purchased just yet, the Orbx Echo19 page does suggest it, and it'll probably be setting you back around about $14.99 in Australian dollars. Now, by the time this video does go out, it probably is out, but if it isn't, I'll still leave the link in the description for it. Version 2 of SoFly's EcoSoundScapes is now available. The update aims to fix the feedback that users have been given after the release. One of the most noticeable fixes in the update is the sounds that will now play in appropriate locations, even under complex circumstances. This includes global coverage rather than location-based coverage that the tool previously offered. Furthermore, EcoSoundscapes version 2 aims to fix all performance issues with the program, making a way more better experience. If you don't have EcoSoundscapes already, it is now available for £20 plus your VAT via their own store or the Orbx direct store. It will also be coming to PC and Xbox via the Internet Marketplace in a further update. SimBitWorld, the creators of the re-owned A Pilot's Life add-on for a majority of flight simulators, has released their latest add-on product, a Grand Tour. The new additional software product enables simmers to plan, fly, and share multi-stage touring routes within their chosen simulator. It aims to take virtual pilots outside of their most regular flow and comfort locations and into brand new places with unique sceneries and challenging routes. The add-on is available now from SimMarket and Cotrails for approximately €18, including local taxes and VAT. Prices may vary from different vendors and currencies, as we might know that there may be some other vendors coming in the future. Upon installing a Grand Tour, the user can access a range of planning tools for curating tours, a logbook where any previous flown tours or individual legs of a tour can be stored, an expanded section focusing on the pilot's flown leg of a given tour, a status page. Users familiar with SimBitWorld's A Pilot Life add-on will feel right at home with the interface, as it's very similar and has very similar features as well. As well as creating and flying their own tours, customers will be able to share their tours with other simmers and have the ability to fly theirs and rank tours that have been shared with a wider community. Status, focusing on how popular the tours will be chosen from there. The software also comes with an inbuilt flight tracker, which shows you the user progress as they fly within real time within the simulator, with some basic telemetry data such as the speed and altitude. Although the primary audience for the add-on is typically for light aircrafts and GA flyers, there are no restrictions on aircraft types being used, opening it up with the possibilities for long-range transcontinental or even global tours with heavier jets like the Boeing 777 cruising at higher levels. Virpil has launched their Kickstarter campaign for their recently announced advanced flight simulation Yoke. We did speak about this around about 2 weeks ago, but now it's available. The Yoke marks Virpil's entry into the civil aviation market, whilst the company has previously produced hardware more acquired to space and military use. The Yoke will feature a base unit built with premium material construction and contactless digital sensors to reduce the potential wear and tear. The base plate can be customized with several control panels, such as a gear lever control panel, lighting control panel, or a engine control panel as well. Furthermore, the yoke handles themselves are interchangeable, and Virpil has developed 3 for you to pick from. The B-Jet yoke handle, similar to the one that's found in the Boeing aircraft, a P-Jet yoke handle, similar found in an Ember and other regional jets, and a Constellation yoke handle, most likely Virpil's own renderization, which is their own sort of series of yokes. Last but not least, the yoke will have several mounting mechanisms, including an under desk and top desk mount. If you choose to back up the project upon completion, you will receive the product that you have backed up from Kickstarter. Virpil's new yokes are currently still in prototyping phase, but the developer exists to finalize the designs early by next year, with production taking place in March, May, and shipping in May and June. This is of course more of a schedule kind of thing, and it seems like it's going pretty well. Now, if you'd like to back up the project, if there is still space and availability, it will start around about $359 and can range up, giving you access to the base and with one yoke handle, and there are, as I said, several backing options available as well. Flightbeam has issued a update for their Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar Captain Edition's scenery. This scenery covering San Francisco International Airport has been updated to version 1.2. The update brings with its new models, lighting improvements, configuration options, and much more. Flightbeam has developed all new custom taxi lights that will highlight your path as you moved over the airport. The lights have been accurately colored and feature custom glow effects. The airport features new glide slope antennas that can find at several of the runways. This 1.2 update also features a new configuration option for the amount of ground clutter at the gates. This can be useful if GSX vehicles were conflicting with some of the vehicles and clutter previously modeled. The developer did wanted to note that there is a little performance to be gained here, as the models were already optimized a lot. Last but not least, the update includes general lighting improvements and added geographic position markings. Flightbeam San Francisco's Captain Edition version 1.2 update is now available via CoTrails, with the marketplace update coming very soon. And if you do not own it already, Flightbeam's latest flagship scenery you could purchase for €18.95, and that excludes taxes and VAT via CoTrails. Now, iniBuilds has released their Johannesburg OR Tambo International Airport, also known as Foxtrot Oscar Alpha Romeo, for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, which we saw last week, but the community is preparing for a new release. Over on Facebook, the team shared a single image, which is now shown on screen, for their next airport. The image sort of has a arrival zone for a European airport, and with a English and Austrian text on it. Many comments seem to think it will be a Innsbruck airport, also known as Lima Oscar Whiskey India. I've done a little bit of digging myself, and it seems like it is to be true, backing up images from Google Maps and also finding some more images to back up this as well. Now, once we get some more confirmation from iniBuilds that this is indeed Innsbruck Airport, I will let you know, and it'll be in one of my Microsoft Flight Simulator news videos. From also last week's release, it seems like this might be a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024 as well. Now, moving from what we could expect from another company to what has now been shared already. Many people have been asking MK Studios for an update on their Lisbon airport. Now, whilst the developer announced to be working on version 2 of the airport back in January, we had no clue of what was going to be coming up in their up and coming update. until now. MK Studios has shared their first previews of their Lisbon version 2 scenery. Now, whilst the previews does not necessarily give much away yet, we do see a look at the terminal that appears to have high resolution textures, custom jetway, and ground clutter. MK Studios Lisbon version 2 is currently scheduled to be released sometime at the end of October. After 3 years of a break, scenery developer FlightSim took to their Facebook page to announce their latest project, as well as a full return to the flight simulations development. For their first product, the team has released the Northwest Arkansas National Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Northwest Arkansas National Airport, also known as Kilo X-Ray November Alpha, opened a air service in 1998, but featured relatively modern passenger facilities. The airport has seen a steady increase in passenger numbers thanks to its proximity to Walmart and Tyson Foods headquarters, as well as the University of Arkansas. Now, this airport has been served to most majority hub cities across the United States, including Los Angeles, New York City, and Chicago. Currently, the airport is exploring options to build a second concourse to accommodate the increase in passenger numbers. FlightSim's latest scenery add-on includes the key features of Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery, including PBR texturing and reflections, accurate modeling and terminal buildings, and performance optimization to ensure smooth frames per second. The developer has stated that there will be a free update that will be released coming in the next couple of weeks, including the plans with new terminals beyond the X-Ray November Alpha airport scenery. FlightSim has announced that they have more scenery projects and updates to their previous projects in the pipeline. Overall, it will be exciting to see what the development team is coming and cooking up in the next couple of months. You can purchase FlightSim's Northwest Arkansas National Airport scenery from the Microsoft Flight Simulator marketplace for $12.99. However, at the time of writing and recording this, the scenery is currently on sale for $9.99 for the next couple of days, but I possibly assume that is now gone.
DJ Choice on the beat.
A new developer called Avionics has surfaced on various channels to announce that they are soon to release a Madeira airport, also known as Lima Papa Mike Alpha for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team shared the news on social media along with new screenshots and feature lists, giving us an idea of what to expect when it comes to the release. Madeira Airport is known for its highly challenging approach and landing due to various obstacles and weather components as pilots approach the runway. The cliff edge generates turbulence conditions, whilst the approach itself has made its sharp turning right up until the moment of landing. However, once you do land, the island itself is a great cultural site and much more, and is so scenic. Included with the new update product will include up-to-date renderings of the airport, including accurate runway sloping, custom placed buildings across the airport, and lead-in lighting systems used to guide pilots to runways. There is also a sports complex under the runway bridge structure, custom vegetation, and the statue of Cristiano Ronaldo as well. The team has committed to updating this with a free update, of course, to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 at some point. The developers did say to expect this to come inside the simulator pretty soon. Just keep your eyes out and just keep a lookout on my channel, and I'll tell you when it's out.
DJ Choice on the beat.
Orbx has announced yet another landmark scenery. This time it is Gold Coast in Australia. As Australia is the home to Orbx, the addition of Gold Coast is a fitting one for the developers. For those who aren't aware, the Gold Coast of Australia is a city in Queensland and is the second largest city in the state. The city is known for its aesthetic of towering skyscrapes right along the sandy beaches and along Australia. Orbx landmarks, much like the other landmark sceneries, enhance Gold Coast by adding various custom buildings and structures. For example, their animated roller coasters at SeaWorld theme park, animated boats along the coast, custom nighttime textures, marine, and much more. If you're looking for some more enhancements to your approach inside of the airport, or just some slowed down and slow flying across the surface, you would best prefer to pick up this pack to get an immersive experience. And that is it for today's Microsoft Flight Simulator news video. But before I continue, there will be a next video coming out in the next couple of days, which I do promise, for the PMDG development update, as it was quite long. So I decided, you know what, I'll recap what has happened throughout the past 2 development updates and put it in its own video. But that is it from me. Please make sure you get me to 1,000 subscribers before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 comes out, because I know we could do it, because I have some fire content coming out. And let me just tell you, all I could say is I'm planning, and it's going very, very good. Anyway, this is your boy Jay, and I'll see you guys in another video. And as always, happy flying.